Hello there and welcome. It's Jay Gabra back on your screens, and it's another edition of My Life, My Story. This time around, I'm speaking to an ex-convict. We're going to explore his life, before prison, and his life now undergoing rehabilitation. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is Kweku Gardner. Hi.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity to.
Yes. So,
Yes.
tell us everything. For instance, what was your life before prison?
Okay, my name is Kweku Gardner. You have already mentioned. I'm a product of Prince of Wales College, presently at Chimota Secondary School. I'm a Fanti by tribe. My story per addiction started way back in '87 when I was in Form 2 secondary school at Achimota School. That was when I tasted my first syringe of opiates. I had a friend, because I earlier on emphasized on how I got into addiction. It was due to peer pressure, half parenting, and other exponential factors per adventure.
When you say the parenting and then the exponential fact, what do you mean by that?
What I really mean was I lost my father early, and you know the influences of half parenting on the child. Me being the last boy, there was so much care and attention
and affection
that
for you.
made the old woman or my mom really neglect certain things that she should have considered earlier to help keep me out of this menace. So all the same, after my first, as I said, the first shoot of opium, I felt very nervous and uncontrollable. I was in Achimota School. It was time for lunch. We were taking kenke, fish and pepper. The kenke in a different plate, the fish and pepper in a different plate. But unfortunately, I saw my table members laughing. Why? What was the reason? Not knowing, instead of when I take the kenke, I have to tap into the pepper and fish bowl, I was tapping on the table.
Are you tapping the table?
Because the table was red, so I was seeing it like the pepper stuff. See, that caused the laughter. And unfortunately, the prefects noticed what was going on. They called me up the prefect's table. I was asked to carry a kenke bowl on my head as a sort of
punishment.
I fell off and I went off. I was taken to the hospital. Then it was Dr. Sogbojo, was a medical officer at Achimota Health Post. And I came back and I saw that no, I still had the zeal of using this mood-altering substances. So I decided to try something different. All this came about because normally on Saturdays there was some sort of entertainment for students. And you know, in those days it wasn't easy going to a girl and proposing to her and that kind of stuff. So
has it ever been easy?
Nah, for now it's very simple.
For now it's simple.
For now it's very
you have grown
simple.
up, that's why.
Okay. So I needed some kind of morale and courage to do that, because Achimota, all the boys' houses had their girls' house. So definitely, if you have a girlfriend, she should be in your girl's.
There's house one, then you go with house one.
I was in Cadbury House anyway. So I went out. I got somebody who introduced me to heroin and cocaine. The first day it was normal because I didn't have money myself to buy enough.
To buy enough?
Enough, yes. There is something we say, 1 is too many and 1,000 is not enough. So just imagine getting enough.
1 is not.
1 is too many.
1 is too many and
1,000 is not enough. So the probability of getting high lies between an inequality of 1 and 1,000.
So if you have to give an estimate in a day, how often would you say you take the cocaine?
The number of times you take it doesn't really satisfy you, because nothing is enough for you. That is how the euphoria keeps calling for the use. And you know, this time around I wasn't working, so it prompted me to start stealing from mommy's purse, selling things in the home, phone getting lost, little items going just to raise value, to buy the drugs I crave for.
Before we go, before we continue on that, your friend who introduced you to the opiates, where was he getting it from?
From the father, because the whole family is on drug. The father is a doctor, the mother is a doctor. They were living at Kolebu, doctor's flat.
Oh.
So they got it very cheap. They were not buying.
So they can get it on prescription and all that.
No, the father brings it home.
Considering that even your first experience, eating the kenke, dabbing the table and all that, and then you went off for some time. I imagine you even went to hospital for some time and you came back.
Yeah.
Why then do you still have the zeal to go back?
I emphasized on this, our entertainment factor, and how you could relate to the opposite sex very easily. So when I started, I was using every Friday and Saturday. Because mostly entertainment times were on Friday evenings or Saturday. So after this pill-free thing, I saw it like a kind of shame because I was being stigmatized in the home. Anytime something gets lost, anytime they're looking, although they didn't know I was in a bit of addiction or getting addicted, they found me responsible for certain things because so many incidents were glaring that
How did that make you feel?
Very bad. That was the reason why I decided to go out and still fall on this same aim and objective in a more improvised way, so that nobody can blame me because nobody knows me outside for at least the attitude I'm putting up. So it started with false pretense. I impersonated AMA.
But that's bold.
I impersonated AMA. I was going around looking for lucrative sites to mount an AMA signpost, the big one, as the area being a government proposed site for area community hospital. And who are you to oppose a government suggestion of using a particular place for a community hospital, not just for anything private, but for the community? So based on this legislative instrument of encroachment, I'll force you to make a commitment because you need to be relocated and stuff. And just imagine taking your land from East Legon and relocating you to Kaswa. How do you feel? Definitely you're going to pay some value to.
So does that mean while you're impersonating the officer, you go around, they usually have this paint they used to write on?
That is the second part of the AMA job too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You did all that?
Yeah, the writing on walls with the red paint to produce permit and all these things was to raise value for the drugs I crave for. So somewhere along the line, we did some I live around Tesano, and this particular thing I'm telling you happened around Tesano, in my own hood. We got a lucrative site, I mounted the AMA signboard, and one of my friends brought a client. I dealt with the person and we took value from the person, but what I gave them, they were not satisfied. They were not addicts. They were not addicts. They were not satisfied. They leaked information to the owner that they don't believe the site belongs to.
Oh, okay.
You see how?
So you mounted the board and you're selling land or houses?
What I do is when I mount the board, the signpost, which means you cannot claim ownership of the place again. Government gave you the land on a leasehold basis.
Okay.
And is using it now for a community facility.
And you are now representing
yes. AMA. So town and country planning will have to relocate you. Yeah, it is bent on the relocation and the inconveniences surrounding where you are being relocated will force a commitment to come out of you.
And so that's how you ended up in prison the first time?
Yeah, they reported me for what had gone on. And for this particular time, I went extreme. Because the person bought building items, cement and iron rods and came to put it there, and within a flash, I'd come for all.
You took the iron rods?
All about 10 tons of iron rod. I sold them out.
So you give them the property, and then it's like now you took the material.
All that I was doing was I need value, I need money.
Just to find
addiction would not allow you to perceive good thoughts. All you are looking for is the drug, instant reprieve for the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything I can do, irrespective of getting away with it or not. That is why most often than not, I was being victimized. Yeah.
So which prison did you end up
in? Saom.
And how long?
In Saom, I spent 2 years for this offense. Yeah. I have not spent anything more than 2 years, anything less than 2 years for any offense I committed.
So how was life like while you were in prison? Was there life?
We all know prison is supposed to be a recreational facility, a place,
like
a correctional facility,
yes.
a place where there should be change, because we go in to be reformed. Yes.
Get some rehabilitation.
Yes, some kind of rehabilitation. But it was strange for me for the first time, because the drugs that I was craving for outside that I could easily sell and steal from people to be able to buy, everything was in the prison. So how do I get out?
So you are saying what took you to prison? You had access to it while you were in prison.
I was even having the best opportunity to use what I want, because this time nobody is coming for me. No police is looking for me.
Because when they are supposed to take you, you're already there.
The thing is there. The thing is there. Who brings it inside? How does it come there? The same people who are supposed to be securing the place are the same people that need to make money out of us from the place. So you can just imagine being arrested for buying a roll of cannabis, being jailed for 10 years, and you come to Insaum, your first approach, walking around the yard, you just see cannabis like a trip of sand being sold. How do you feel? Don't you feel cheated?
Inside the yard?
Inside the prison, not outside the prison. Inside the prison, where they call it security zone, sensitized.
Yeah. What year was this?
This was in 2012.
So
if you go to YouTube,
for 2 years,
you get a reference.
2012, yeah.
2012, yeah. You see, from then, I also had a case with Ghana VAT. I sat and thought twice that I'm 54 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say 72, right? October 4th, 72. And from birth, I've learned per education that taxes are being collected to develop the country, per infrastructure, schools, hospitals,
the
development,
roads and everything we see here.
Look at from 72 up to somewhere even 90. How many years? And compare the years per developmental projects in the country, then you see that taxes collected are not well accounted for.
Like it doesn't match.
It doesn't tally at all.
It doesn't tally.
So if this is the case, then I'm going to find out what the cost be.
Wait, so you've had enough trouble with the AMA doing your own, and now you're
so
going to the
prison.
After prison, now
yes. So what do you, if there is really a kind of change or reformation in prison, do you think I'll come back and strategize a more better? I impersonated VAT. I had my ID card and stuff because I'm a graphics designer myself.
Yeah, but Mr. Gardner, your ideas too, they are like they are brilliant ideas. So.
I am a graphic designer myself. So what I do is, because of where I live, Tesano, I visit the VAT office there, Ketnit, on the industrial area, Malcolm Road. So I go and find communist ways of getting audit letters. You see? And I take them in bulk, about 50 at a time. I don't go picking my file, I hide it, I come out of the place. I stole receipt book and stamp pad and all the logistics that will help me do the work well.
And nobody ever caught you taking.
It wasn't a day thing, it was a process.
A gradual is like from time to
time. When you take this heroin and crack, you are too bold to the extent that irrespective of what surrounds whatever, you're going to do it.
Because
you're thinking of your next day's shoot.
Yeah.
How do you get high? And when you don't get it, you are sick like a dog.
Yeah.
You cannot even wake up. So you wouldn't watch yourself get sick. You see how it is?
Yeah.
So that is how
and you know what you need to do to fix
what I was
sickness.
doing, what I was doing, after I got all these things, I go around the companies that are indebted. After I serve you your letter, within 21 days, the place will be closed down. So maybe after 2 weeks of serving you, I'll come back, dressed, everything like a VAT officer. But this time I'm coming with the police. The police is also false pretense police. So I go with you, we visit the outfit. Mama, good morning. Good morning. Mommy, how are you doing? We were here last 2 weeks for your tax your audit, and we brought you letters of being indebted and you need
because
to
after
pay.
21 days.
Yeah. Mommy, I want to help you. Most often when we even help you, you don't compromise with us. I need 500 myself as goodwill for what I'm doing for you. Then you pay half of whatever you owe. I give you a paid receipt. So you might be owing about 300 million. This time you pay 150 million with a 5 million for me. Then I give you a paid receipt.
Your commission. That's your 500 is your commission.
I did this until I was able to raise a value of about 6.3 billion through VAT.
Were you doing all this in the Tesano area, or
yes?
No,
not in the Tesano area. Was too small for this kind of operation.
So you have to expand, eh?
Exactly. I have to go around Ghana.
Around Ghana.
Yes.
Mr. Ghana.
Yes.
Hey, you are right. It pushes you to do stuff.
Strange things.
So how did it, or how were you caught? How did it end this time?
The receipt that I was using had serial numbers on them. So the right people went there 3 weeks after we had gone there, and they find the receipt with the people. Now when they do way by, so Papa B say, can you people? So anybody they find that receipt with you, they bring you via the police, and every morning they gather them to the VAT outfit. I didn't know.
Oh.
So it was on a day that I was feeling very techish. I had to get to work because I had to quickly raise something for my morning cure. So I went there. On entering the place, someone called me. Brah, I turned and said, do you remember me? I said, I don't know you. How much more can I remember? I don't know you anywhere. So the woman was persistently trying to say something, but I was going off. And the first place I went was the place of convenience because I knew the place was police sensitized. And the only thing I could do was to get off this evidence of letters and my ID and
you
stuff.
had some of it on you.
I was ready for job with my file and everything. You see? So I went into the place of convenience. Unfortunately, I went to the female side. I intentionally went to the female side.
You intentionally? I thought it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake?
It wasn't a mistake because I needed to hide the logistics.
Oh, okay.
And do what? So I did all this and I came out. I just met the police in the washroom and they asked me what I was looking for. I said I needed to.
While you were sitting in the female washroom? Or you
no, I had just come out. I flashed everything
and
come out. So what are you doing here? I said, I wanted to use the washroom. It's rather unfortunate there's no tissue there.
Oh, so that's why?
That's why I came out. So I give them my empty bag, the file.
You have flashed everything, so you're bold now.
Yes, for safekeeping. I'll come back after easing for whatever reason they're looking for me. You see, and the mistake they also did was they didn't check the file in my presence before they took it away because they had prior information that this is what I was doing. So I came out. There was nothing with the file that could relate to me to any kind of crime. But you see what God does. The ID card I was using, I had forgotten to get rid of, so it was in my pocket. And that ended me in. I went to court. I was charged for causing financial loss to the state and impersonation. I pleaded guilty with explanation and implicated the commissioner and assistant commissioner for VAT on charges of negligence. I don't work there.
Oh, because then how did you get access to
How could I get access to this logistics to do this? You see?
So you had to go back to Insaum?
I had to go back to Insaum. And it's not only Insaum. There are sentences that we call allocation sentences, transfer sentences. When you go to Insaum with a 2-year sentence, definitely you're going to go on transfer. You will not stay there.
Okay, transferred to.
Yeah, there are other camp prisons. We have about 52 prisons in Ghana.
Okay, how many of them have you been to?
I've been to almost 8 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Afram Plains, Oforikrom, Frafra, Ewutu Efutu camp prison right behind Budungram. A whole lot of them.
And with all of them, it's like, it was a rehabilitation process. Like, is there a chance for you to come out?
Prison has nothing that makes you feel that the place is for reformation. It's just like another ghetto, well secured. That's all. That's how I see prison. Because right in prison, for me in particular, I had never felt the prison so tight as people do talk about. One, there is the use of phone in prison. Of late, you see people call and they ask for OTP numbers and codes. All these things are fraud, cellular fraud, that started in prison. So I stay in prison for 2 years, and before I come out of prison, I'm with a capital of about 50, 60,000. From where?
So you went to prison to make money.
While
you're in prison,
I don't even know what to there is no time to be wasted in prison. Before you even get access to phone, it's not easy. It's a deal. Charlie, I have a smartphone. I want you to do this because I know you can do it. Let us share it into this percentage. And you know the conditions in prison. You're now waiting for your parents and stuff to come out from Accra to come and visit. There is a Momo vendor even in prison.
There's a whole like a microeconomy or
everything
something.
Is going on there.
Everything is there.
You cannot limit yourself to pain and hardship and tell me you are undergoing rehabilitation or correction. What instincts from pain and hardship alters your mind? Nothing. And even pain, after some time, you become immune to it.
You get used to it.
They be out here about 5. It is the first time I go jail. My go jail about I did it 2 years. Oh, me go home. How be the dia no pakoko. We are be no way. We be the gari.
You have access to your drugs, so.
Who ska be to cocaine? We be no we ni na pepepe. Until why not improvise a well-organized crime and go there big time? There are people that are using prison as a means to raise money for themselves.
So the prison is the base of operations.
And he says, "See, I'm here. That's a strategy. I say, well, now me to me fraud you will be 100 billion. Finally, and then I'm just scan crowd. I'm over back. I'm say me kiosk scanning now. What happens? No be prison. If I go prison, I invest the money into insurance policies, education insurance policy for my children, go into shares and stocks and things.
You have
children? I go and spend years there. Convenient life.
You have children?
I have 2 girls. 16 and 15. So,
what's the impact of this, prison life on them? Did you get to see them grow up?
They always. I have made them to know that place they visited me.
So they visited you?
They came to me because they are fond of me. My girls, I don't play with. Everywhere I go with them. I smoke in their presence. I do everything.
But that wasn't safe.
That wasn't safe, but it is another way to tell them that this particular thing is not the best.
But you didn't let them partake.
No, they are too young
in their
to.
presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
One one day I mean no more. And you cocaine say me into me enjoy. We answer na me sika de ba na mu didi na mu yese.
Weren't you afraid they will pick up the habit?
No,
because they say secondhand smoke.
It's like the government taking police and military people to the ghetto to arrest these people that are involved in drugs. Very soon we'll be advocating for the criminalization of addiction. It's not a criminal offense. It is a mental health issue. Because addiction or to be addicted means you have relapsed psychologically. You cannot think positive. So such a person cannot stand judgment. Section 219 is the crime code. there is a clause or a legislative instrument in the crime code that disqualifies anybody of unsound mind to stand
Trial.
I've used this several times. After this prison process, I've also been to all the 3 psychiatrists in sub-Saharan Africa.
Which are?
Pantine, Ridge Hospital, Ankafo.
And the result is nothing.
I've been diagnosed as a narcotic psychotic disorder patient. That means somebody whose reasoning or psychic is being impaired by the use of narcotics.
Wait, so how many times have you been in jail?
I've been in jail for 7 times. I said 2 years each.
2 years each.
So
it's
14
like,
years of my life in prison.
So this defense you're talking about, did they ever help you get out of jail? Or
that is what I'm saying, that psychiatric disorders cannot be treated but can be managed and maintained. So when will you be okay to stand judgment?
So if you are there for 3 years, 4 years, as long as you're undergoing treatment.
Let us recount this issue. When one guy, Sexy Dondon, who is an addict, was sent to kill the NP, I've forgotten the name. He was arrested and was sent to a psychiatric hospital. Have you ever heard of the case again? There's no been review of the case because the guy is an addict. You see? So if logistics were in place, they shouldn't catch you from the ghetto and take you to cell or prison. They instead impounding your problem. There should be rehabilitation homes. There should be psychiatric rehabilitation for mentally impaired people.
And that's what you're undergoing right now.
Yes.
Right? So just before we come to that journey, you've been in jail 7 times.
Yeah.
So I know about the AMA syndicate. I know about the GRA syndicate.
Yeah.
So the other 5 times, for instance,
all false pretense. When we say we're talking about the 5, we're not going to end this program.
Oh, no, you can just mention them. You can just mention them without going into detail.
I ended up being frauding Guineas, Ghana Guineas. Guineas,
Ghana?
Yeah, in this country. I had my site at Media.
You had a site?
Yeah, it's our own road.
So you had a Guinness site. What else?
And Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana.
Yeah, what I was doing was, it is very easy to enter Bank of Ghana. Very easy. What I was doing was, I look for people who have agreements with the state. Maybe you have some 20-acre land. You negotiate with the state, they give you some amount of money. And now you cannot raise the money to go for the land. I need such people, and I have ways of getting this kind of people.
Okay.
So we come to amicable agreement. Charlie, who they are buying car 100 million and 100 billion. Make offer documents now. A say who they are buying car naba. So who or duplicate make offer original naba. Now I'm half a car now who they are buying.
Okay.
So the case die be that.
So without the original,
I am going to Bank of Ghana records.
Yeah.
And bring that document.
So without the original, that means they can't
there
go
is
back
no,
for
how do you get, what is the evidence of debt?
You mean any, wait, hold on though. But it's like the place is like a fortress. So how
the
do you
place
have
is like, but not a fortress.
No, because that's what we see from the outside.
That is what you see.
For security purposes, I don't really know if I should go.
It is very easy.
How many times did you have to go?
Drug driven.
It made you really bold, because
yes.
like to go to the whole Bank of Ghana and like to study
because
the layout.
that looks like a more positive area for me, because I knew I could just touch cash straight. And I cannot tell you everything. I've made that way.
You shouldn't, because people will listen and be thinking of ways to. So wait, we talk about the Guinness Ghana, we talk about Bank of Ghana, and then
VAT.
The VAT, and then the
VAT.
AMA as well.
There are now accident traps on our road.
Accident traps?
Yeah. There are instances where human beings really hit cars, not cars hitting human beings.
Wait, hold on. So like you stage an accident and then make it look like an
exactly. We walk on the left side of the road to meet coming cars. But we have a way we hit your side mirror with my elbow. I jump over. The scene will halt your movement. And from there, it is another open way of robbery too. Because when you pick me up with the intention of taking me to the hospital, if you don't take care, I take off all your jewelry with even a comb. I don't deal with arms because the pen is very strange
I'll-
a weapon than the arm itself.
You didn't know that you are threatening them with a comb?
How
Or
will
you
you
make it,
know?
or you make it look like
I will improvise a gun.
while you're holding a comb.
Yes, in your car.
Wait, so with that one, for instance, how were you arrested? Did you go and hit the wrong car, or
I hit a military car.
why?
Me,
Or
I'm
you-
operating irrespective of your status.
But wait, did
You
you see it
understand
was a
me?
military car and you still went ahead?
I saw it was a military car. All my thought was to make instant money from whatever I do.
Mr.
See
Gardner.
how it goes. So, in a nutshell, all I want to tell my brothers, my sisters, and anybody who is interested in listening to me, that drug addiction is a menace you're going to find very hard to break or might never break. There is one belief. You see, most often than not, this narcotic thing is based on anonymity, where we share our views and try some lines to live back to life. But I have lived to believe that ever since recovery started, there has never been any success story per Western medicine.
Okay.
There is no medication that can be used on you that will help you to stop addiction. The only thing they have is to introduce you to sedatives
Okay.
that will help you curb the cravings. You get what I mean?
Like it will calm you down.
It will calm you down.
Okay.
It will help you to sleep. It will help you to eat. You get me? But Per Chosen Rehab is a faith-based organization.
Yeah.
One, Narcotic Anonymous, the first law says that not until I realize that I've become powerless over my addiction and I need a higher power to control my wish and will, you cannot be sane. So who are you talking about? We're talking about God. So which means without God, there can't be any effective change in your life. It is even God that gives you the grace to think good, to take the first step of recovery. So which means all those things aside the God factor doesn't work. You know what the Western
that's what is making the difference now.
Yeah, you know what the Western medicine aspect is doing to you? It is a switch of addiction. Okay, let's take it from this. I take heroin and cocaine. Now I want
But
to
not
stop.
anymore.
No, I mean,
back there.
yeah.
Okay, back there. Okay.
Now I want to stop. So I go to the hospital. Because of my cravings, the symptoms, the doctor is going to introduce me to sedatives like amitriptyline, cogentin, Lagatil, that will put me to sleep to keep off restlessness. You understand what I mean? And this, after 3-4 times, is another introduction of the use of sedatives.
So now it's like there's another
There
drug.
is a switch. They
Yeah.
call it switch of addiction. So I've stopped cocaine and heroin,
And you're going-
and now I'm getting addicted on what?
So right now, when it comes to your rehabilitation, the God factor is a big difference.
It is better we adhere to the faith-based kind of rehabilitation, but not the Western side.
Yeah.
Because you see, recovery is a kind of psychotic thing. It has something to do with your psychot, your way of thinking. But can you think good when you are induced with sedatives? Can you say something good?
Yeah.
Nothing good comes out of you.
So before you leave us today, what's one thing you like us to know before you go?
There is one thing I really want to emphasize on. One is I know there are people more adventurous than me, because if I look back to my days of addiction, I will recount this problem basing emphasis on adventure. Yes. It is better you take this as a sample story, analyze it, and put yourself in my shoes. You might not get there to start the process of recovery. There are plenty I started with who are dead by now. It is only grace that finds me alive. So don't even go there to find ways of solution. It wouldn't help you. You might not leave to perceive that thought, you might not have the grace. So I encourage you all to stay off the use of drugs. Let me end with this. Per addiction, there are two types of addiction. There is chemical addiction and there is processed addiction.
Okay.
In as much as chemical addiction is being defined as a brain relapse disease with an obsession and the compulsion to use mood-altering substances, there are people that are processing addiction in a way for themselves. The way you are even too attached to your phone is a kind of processed addiction.
That is true.
You see people in the street, especially women, who we call prostitutes or harlots. They have the urge and the obsession. They are obsessed with the compulsion to have sex. That is what they are. But per grounds of addiction, they cannot just go around and have sex with different men. So now they have sex, which is their leisure, and they take money from you. That turns them into prostitutes. So they are doing what? Feeding their addiction in as much as they are making a resource from it. So we should be vigilant. We should be eye-opened to other areas, especially the government should at least introduce an educational policy into our curriculum where drug addiction will be a subject matter. Parent-wise, there should be an open way of communication where father and son can talk about whatever is going on, behavioral changes, and many more. And I believe Ghana is going to be a drug-free environment if and only if we build on this basis. So, God bless you.
God bless you too, Mr. Gardner. And I want to thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And then I understand, I pray based on your experience, people wouldn't go that far. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
The last thing I want to say is I want to take this opportunity to officially appreciate our father, Apostle Kobe Washington, who has been a light and a lamp unto my feet and my path. My brothers, he's having the grace to just help you live good. Right. Let's make this place a home away from home, and you'll never regret this.
Thank you so
very much. Our numbers are 0555 466 374. 0555 466 374. God bless anybody under the sound of my voice. And I believe what you are hearing today is going to do you a great good. God bless you.
God bless you too, Mr. Gardner. And that's our conversation. Quite an enlightening one. And that's Kweku Gardner's story. And he shared it with us. I don't know what you make of it, but please, the lessons are there for us to glean from. And I'm Jay Gabra. Thank you so much for watching.